This is an activity using the Geoboard to teach students about the properties of squares. The lesson is called All About Squares, and it comes from our SuperSource collection of lessons. I'm going to go ahead and slide the instructions out of the way and walk through the lesson with you. The task for kids is to build as many squares as they can on their Geoboard. Kids will use their bands to represent the squares. I'm going to use this rectangle tool from the toolbar to draw my squares. Oftentimes the first square kids make will be this one, where they find just one unit square in a corner of the board or somewhere on the board. One of the nice things about this technology is that it allows me to easily keep track of what I've done. I can grab that square, slide it off the board, and now grab my tool again, and let's make a different square. A child might make this square. And what we can then see, whether they're cutting it out of dot paper as they record it or working on the board up here, if I grab this one and put it on top, gotta unrotate it. There we go. If I grab this one and put it on top, they match. So that's not a different square because it lines up. I can grab my pen, my band, and I could make a larger square. Say one like this, and again drag it over to see that it represents a different size. I can also move it around on the board to show that whether I put it here, here in the center, down bottom left, it's the same square. And I'm always talking about the fact that I've got that nice right angle in the corner and that each one of my sides is the same length. Kids will come up with a nice collection of squares of different sizes. Some of them may, let's go back here, make a rectangle because they're focusing more on four corners than on four equal sides. For this lesson, we're focusing on squares, so that's simply, nope, we need the four corners like that, but four equal sides. And I can grab that one and toss it in the trash and come back and make another. The shape kids might not see, but that it's important they do see, is this square. And I'm just going to draw this one freehand. That's a square because it has the same four right angles that any of my others have had. All my sides are the same length. And kids might ask, well, it's still one peg to one peg. Is it the same size as this square I made over here? I can grab it and slide it over and begin to see, even rotating if I need to, that it is in fact a different size. And I can talk about the fact that the distance between two pegs here is not the same as the length of the diagonal, but this is still a square because it has four right angles, it has four congruent sides. And the challenge to the class is to make as many as they can so they can see squares in lots of forms and lots of orientation.